We're gonna call a meeting to order. Lisa?
As required by the Open Public Meetings Act in 1975, adequate notice of the meeting was provided on November 23rd by providing notice to the Express Times New Jersey edition and by posting of said notice in the municipal building on the same date. Mayor Barsney?
Here.
Mr. Baylor?
Here.
Mr. Bean?
Here.
Mr. Kenyek?
Here.
Ms. McDermott? Here.
Please stand for the flag salute. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. The purpose of this special meeting is to hold a public hearing on the application for the New Jersey Resilient Communities Program grant for the fire department. With that, I'm going to ask Joe if he could, Chief, please stand up and explain exactly what this grant is for. And
all right, New Jersey Resiliency Community Program grant is a grant. Purposes is mirror image off the federal resiliency grant program. And this is to help towns recover and to help implement their hazard mitigation objects. For example, we're in a floodplain here. We have a hazard mitigation plan that I've had our municipal building, because of the police and fire department in it, under our hazard mitigation, which get the building out of here, build a new municipal building. The resiliency grant program is to help communities fix hazards that's happened from Mother Nature. Raised the examples, floodings in Pasa and Harmony, they raised the houses next to the river or they leveled them. So this is all for community based to help the infrastructure to make changes to the community to get people out of harm's way. And one thing that we do know, if the waters did flood, the police and the fire station, we're here to help the residents. Now we're helping ourselves and not able to help, then we got to depend on outside resources. And if we're having issues, so are they. That's what we learned in Hurricane Sandy when that happened. We were all on our own. That's what it come down to as we went there. And just as long that part of hazard mitigation, put an emergency generator on this building from Hurricane Sandy. So this is all part of mitigating issues that happen naturally or man-made at that time. And the state is providing this program. This is new, just within the last couple of years that the state's providing. There's also a federal designation for this as well.
okay, thanks, Joe. With that, do we have to do it by motion? I'll make a motion that we open public hearing on this grant. Anybody want a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone wants you to come up and make any statements or comments regarding the application or questions? Feel free to do so now. You need your name and address, Lisa?
Just your name.
Gary Hill, resident 529 North Main Street, also president of the Greenwich Emergency Squad. Letter I forwarded to Clerk Bird endorses the emergency squad is endorsing the township and the fire company in applying for this grant. This is obviously long overdue. Highlighted in the comments that Chief Mexi mentioned about the fact that the critical infrastructures of the township are located in a floodplain. And, you know, something we've recognized for a long time. We've made attempts to remediate in the past, and obviously it's something that needs to be done in order to continue to help provide services to the township of the township residents themselves, and also make ourselves available to receive mutual aid and to provide mutual aid to our neighboring community. So we highly endorse this grant process. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
My name is George Bradlaugh. I'm a 29-year resident of Greenwich. I am honored to have been appointed the chaplain of our police department several years ago by Mayor Bob. And I've also been appointed and honored to have been so as a member of our land use board. But I come here tonight simply as a member of our community who cares very much about what goes on here and how we do it. Through my work as chaplain and even Two is land use board, where we focus on infrastructure, allocation of tax resources, not directly as our responsibility, but to advise and comment thereon. I've gotten to know a lot about our police department and our fire department, particularly with our police, where I've gotten to know each and every individual officer. We are privileged to have such a dedicated, committed, well-trained group of, by my standards, young people, including our chief. They know what they're doing. They are totally committed to the betterment of our community. And I find this grant as one opportunity we share as citizens of this community to do whatever we can to show our police and our fire department that we are grateful for the safety and security they provide 24 hours a day for each and every one of us, rescue squad as well, of course. And I think it's important to take whatever opportunity we have to demonstrate our respect and our support to them. The conditions under which they have performed their functions for a number of years now are embarrassing, to be honest with you, from my point of view as a member of this community, and anything we can do to apply for grant money from state or federal to assist in the process of making their facility safer, more modern, and more useful, and them being even better at the work they do. I feel very strongly that we have to take every opportunity we can. So I am totally in support of this grant application. Anything else we can do to help secure finances, to help support the project that we're all committed to build the new fire department and police resource of the hill. I'm very happy and grateful that this opportunity is here now. I urge all of us together as a community and our fine committee to do everything we can to move this process along. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wishing to make a statement? We have to keep it over for any certain amount of time.
I don't know, do you want to introduce Virginia?
So I think it was last meeting that we presented, Georgine Tranquil to assist us with applying with this grant. The mayor appointed, the clerk and Joe as the fire chief and myself to work on this grant. It's quite extensive. So we reached out to, the grant writers helped me write some, grants and, for the police department. And she graciously agreed to assist us. And we just met, I think, last week, went over some things, and she is on the phone right now for the meeting. So if anybody has any questions, but she has been pivotal in helping me secure the Stop Violence grant that has been funding the school resource officer we brought to the school for $250,000. She was instrumental in me securing the license plate reader grant for $131,000. And she has assisted me with applying other numerous grants, including one that the County Chiefs Association secured for community outreach a few years ago prior to COVID. So she's very experienced and has a great track record with grants that she's secured.
I'm familiar with her work from past life, and she's always done a good job, and I just think it's phenomenal she's willing to donate the time, because people make good money for writing these big grants. And I think it's great that she's donated, and I'm very appreciative of it. I think the township is very appreciative of it, so unfortunately she's not gonna hear that. So, but anyway, we have anything else? Joe, do you need to make any statements or anything about it, or? I have a question though, not of you, but maybe Paul would know, but if this building's in a flood zone, does that mean if we try to do anything outside its footprint, we'd probably have trouble doing anything to it? If we wanted to add on or fill, do something with. I'm assuming it's grandfathered because it was built
Well,
50 years ago.
no, I would have to, well, the footprint now would be grandfathered. I don't know about an additional.
That's what I'm saying,
footprint, Right.
So,
I wouldn't know. That would be for
I mean, other than, I guess, what he said earlier, we raised it.
raise it up, right, attorneys to figure that out, but I don't know that there's any room down here for more of a building footprint than what's already.
Well, yeah, I said, but I'm just, we're pretty limited because of this.
Sure, absolutely.
Right? I mean,
Sure.
I would think.
The whole downtown stretch because of it is very limited.
We need. You want us to wait for Georgina or?
I think she's on.
You think that name up there is?
I'm thinking.
I don't think. Bill and Brady's one of my fire. Yes. They're just my.
Oh, we have people on who can make comments too? Or they just
I
want,
think this is just Georgina. Can you?
don't we have to open up to anybody who's out there though, if they want to make a comment?
Yes, but let me just see if there's another. Phone. I think he's calling her to see if he's.
Hmm.
I don't know if they're having an audio problem possibly. I heard something earlier, but.
Yeah, they got a bunch of kids who cram and do it. I wanted them to come back out here.
Did you try to get in? Or something?
What would she come through as? Is she Samsung?
I think they have one.
Would you come through as a? On Samsung?
Dylan Brady, and is she on that computer with Zoom for Dylan Brady?
Yeah. Well, thank you.
No, thank you. Right.
That's a good.
Thanks so much for coming back.
Oh, would that be said me too tonight?
I'm not gonna retire.
Every Wednesday.
I wanna work. tonight.
If she was from the public. I don't know.
But I wanna start taking.
They have to be Zoom, it's not out there, Zoom.
Oh, it's not out there. It's just- it's just- yeah.
Returns 65 in February. I'll be 65 in England.
You could put her on speaker. She was
I'm gonna be
awesome.
66 in-
You want me to just put you on speaker and,
So
I had introduced you to school. Unfortunately, didn't hear. No, we just didn't know if you, had anything that you had to say.
Public comments still open if anybody wants to come up.
I do have another thing to add to it. One thing that looks good in our part is all the work that we've done where our project is considered a shovel-ready project. Because we have our plan 99.9% done. And we've been working on this since March of 2022. So that makes this is one of the high points. The grant application is great.
It's only been 18 months, it seems like.
Oh, come on, Joe. Yeah.
Shovel ready.
I sat up here in 2006 when you were working on those
I know.
plans.
Why,
1999 when I
30 years,
introduced
that's
it.
Right.
It's 30 years that way,
Yeah.
but I mean, even for this one.
But
it's
we were
18 months, it seems like
never
it's
this
3 years.
close. Shovel ready.
Yeah.
So Bob, one thing that we could go over, were you able to confirm with him that he thinks 30 days is enough?
He didn't answer my call. I got voicemail. That's what he said that day. 30, when he was here at the meeting, 30 days is plenty to
I know.
have that apple.
When, 2 meetings ago, when we had discussed timing for advertisement and receiving of bids and all of that, we were kind of hoping to get it out before the Thanksgiving holiday, but there were some open questions that we had to get answered. We are almost there, and Joe and Rich and I looked at the calendar yesterday, and we're kind of waiting to make sure that this works for Denny, but we're hoping to publish on 12/7, giving them, you know, more than 30 days to respond, having a bid opening and receipt of a noon on 1/9, which is a Tuesday, I believe. And then that gives everybody more than a week to review it before our next township committee meeting, which would be 1/18. So if we receive, you know, adequate bids by then, we would have, you know, 9 or 8 days, I guess, to review them and then have a possible award at our January 18th meeting.
Yeah,
Is that enough time for the bidders? Cause you're gonna lose basically from the 24th to the 31st, or they won't be back until with the 2nd of January.
That's
Yeah.
what, when, as you probably recall, when Denny was here, he was, you know, concerned about making
Right.
sure that they had at least 30 days to look at it. So, you know, we could always have a special
We got about
meeting, we could move
32,
it.
and if you lose a week,
but-
you're down
Yeah,
to
but I thought
25.
Denny didn't think the holiday was gonna create that much of
Yeah,
a crush on it.
Okay. Hey, if he's comfortable with that, I'm not gonna, you know. complain.
Chief, we waiting for anything then or not?
No.
Okay, so
so looking at it,
we're ready to close the public hearing again?
yeah, I think that we can, yeah.
I'll make a motion to close public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You need to take any other action, Lisa?
Unless you guys want to make a motion to authorize that I advertise, unless Denny, you know, reconsiders the holiday, if Bill has a concern about that.
I don't have concern. If he's comfortable with
Yeah.
it, yeah, I'm comfortable.
Provided everyone's comfortable, you know, on the professional side, if you want to do a motion to authorize that I advertise for.
Looking for a motion to authorize Lisa to advertise for the bids for the new municipal tower. Anybody want a second? I'll second. Any questions, comments, discussion? Roll call.
Mayor Barsney?
Yes.
Mr. Baylor?
Yes.
Mr. Beam?
Yes.
Mr. Kenneth?
Yes.
Mr. McDermott?
Yes.
Okay, with that, I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thanks. Friday night
Thank you.
street lighting, anybody wants to come?
I,
When is-
maybe,
Friday.
I talked to Louise, she wants